All right, we are now recording. What's up, everybody? This is the Misguided Podcast. We're intend to guide you to a better future. My name is Juwan Rohan. I'm sitting here with the Notary Guru, Andre Hatchett, man. What's up? How you doing?
I didn't expect that one. What's up, Pimpin? How you feeling? Good to be here. I'm the artist working in the podcast business. So happy to be on with you, sir.
Appreciate that, man. So, what do people call you, man? Brother Andre. What's up, man? Who are you? Brother Dre.
This guy at the car dealership, he called me today. He said, I know you. Some people don't know my name, they forget my name, but they call me the notary guy.
Oh, that's crazy.
Are you the notary guy? You're there all the time, especially in Georgia.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, Brother Dre, Andre, notary guy, some people say the real estate guy. As long as something nice, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. All right. So the Notary Guru, that was cool, right?
That was lovely. I appreciate it.
I got you, man. I got you. So let's go ahead and just start, man. First of all, I'll introduce the audience of how I even know you. I listened to the Black Wealth Renaissance podcast, and they pretty much interview entrepreneurs just like us. And they interviewed this guy named Malik, and he talked about the notary business. And if you haven't listened, Malik was on like 2 episodes ago, but he talked about the notary business, and he said he made $12K in 1 month in the pandemic, right? In the pandemic. So I was like, wait, what? And that like and then at the end of the episode, he was like, oh, and I'm only 23. And I said, what?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this kid. So I dug deeper, and he kept talking about this course. What is this course? And I dug deeper into like, okay, notary courses. And like, you were the one that popped up. Obviously, he mentioned it, but to be honest, you were the only Black person on YouTube that is talking about this stuff, right?
One of the few, yeah.
Yeah. I literally haven't met anybody else. And so I was like, oh man, I'm digging in. I'm going through the rabbit hole, right? And I'm like, figuring out, who's this guy messing with, all his testimonials. And I just how advertising is, right? Once you look into stuff, other stuff starts popping up. So everyone that knows you, it started popping up on my feed, and I'm like, okay, notary. Damn, I'm seeing a notary a lot now. I never even heard of a notary. What is a notary? So that's just kind of how it started. And then I dug a little deeper into, who you are in your courses and just all the testimonials and stuff. So let's go ahead and get started on obviously you do notary, but how did you get started in notary? How did you learn about it? Because it's not taught to us, especially Black people. So honestly, I never even heard about it and knew to like what extent you could do. You could do mobile fingerprinting, loan sending. There's everything, So
all of that. Yeah, man. So I'm honored to be here. All right, what got me started? So I'm a simple guy. I've just gotten really good at mastering simplicity. That's me. I master simple stuff and I skill the fuck out of it. All right. So 23, I had some mutual friends with this guy named Ricky Simon. They were telling me that Ricky shows up to somewhere, gets paid $35, $75, $150 per appointment. It takes him between 5 minutes, a long one's an hour. Like, I was like, what is this? So in that time at my job, the job I had, I was making $100 a day.
Yeah.
So if you do the math, 1-2 appointments, I've surpassed my income for the day. I was a teacher's aide working with special needs children. So I was 23, so this is like 15 years ago. I'm 38 now. It's crazy that I have to believe that. I shadowed him for a day. I saw what he did. I was like, I'm going to do that because it fits my personality. It fits my time because I was still working the full-time gig, and it's simple. And I also knew that I could scale it where I can have people do the jobs for my company and I can get paid and be the middleman. So I could charge Henry $175 to notarize power of attorneys. I could have Martha do it for $75 and I keep $75. So all these years later, here we are. All the people who you were shouting out, my man Malik, Black Wealth Renaissance, Jalen from the podcast, he's a notary now.
I know. Yeah, he's been helping me too. Yeah.
Everyone's
he'll be on here in a couple of weeks. He'll be on here. I'm booked up till like May, man.
You got the whole school.
I'm booked up almost the whole year.
Good stuff. I'm happy to hear that. So Here we are all these years later. 2015, I was in a car accident. I had a hard time walking for a little while. And I had the idea already, but it kind of forced me into teacher mode. And I said, I'm going to teach this stuff. So ever since 2015, we've helped, I think it's over 15,000 students either leave the full-time workforce or earn really, really good part-time money. And now I am the notary guy.
Yeah, you are the notary guy. That is crazy. Wow. So it kind of just happened like off of someone mentioning it to you. Like, did you know anything about what a notary was beforehand though?
I had a little bit of knowledge on what a notary public was. I knew you had to be licensed by the state. I didn't know it could be turned into a business. I had no clue it could be turned into a business. But again, my simple brain, which is usually on.
Your business, but your simple brain turned into a business brain. And that's how,
That's it. Heard $75 or so, 10 to 15 minutes. You have to take a test to get started.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
That's crazy. And you only got to take a test in some states, if I'm correct, right?
Some states there are no tests, it's just paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, my stupid state, you got to take 10 hours, you know.
Yeah, New York too. Yes.
But yeah, they always want to be different, New York and California. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, I don't know. I just like you said, I just been hearing great stories, all your testimonials. Really, your testimonials is what stuck out to me. So
I appreciate it.
What really got me is that I was looking through the testimonials and everyone looked like me. Everyone.
Yeah.
So me and Malik talked about this on our episode, but I was just like, man, that really stuck out to me. Like, I like that. I like that energy. You're helping people that had no idea what it was. And now these people are putting money in your pocket, taking the course and learning, and then reinvesting that money that they're making from the notary.
It's a wonderful synergy because everybody wins. I make an honest dollar, our other teachers make an honest dollar, people have a viable business. It's just pure synergy for me. Facts.
Another thing mentioned was that you have your students teach, and obviously I've been seeing it in the courses, but like, that's super cool. I never even would have thought about that. You know, instead of someone looking at you and hearing the same voice for hours and hours and hours, you have other people come in and like specialize in their certain area. So for example, Charlene, I believe, right?
Charlene with the websites, yeah. Have you gone through all the classes already?
I went through most of it.
Yeah. What's up?
So it's good. I just finished yesterday. I want to say I finished all the interactive courses. So now I'm gonna start moving on the mobile fingerprinting course, because you could do that without the license. So I want to get that started. I already did the website. Everything's already ready. I'm waiting on when I get that acceptance letter, then I could pay for the website and all that, but it's already ready. Yeah.
Piece by piece. I love it, man. You want it.
Thank you. I'm unemployed. So, well, I mean, I got other businesses, but I'm unemployed W-2 wise. So.
Okay. Now's the time. Now's go time, baby.
It's go time, man. It's go time. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. I did want to ask about, so you first started by someone telling you kind of had an idea. What was the pivotal moment of when you left your 9 to 5?
Yeah, so I left the full-time workforce twice. So I was doing really good with the business in evenings and weekends. I was making like $300 to $500 a day the majority of the week. So I was like, oh shoot, like this is really kicking butt. And I never liked jobs. I always did a good job at jobs, but I just have never been a career, be happy to go work for people kind of Negro. That's just not my world. So it's always been when I'm going to leave the full-time workforce, not maybe. It's just when and what happened. I knew since I was a kid. So I think it was about a year and a half in. I was wanting to leave anyway. People got on my nerves one day, and I was called into a meeting. And in this meeting, I didn't think I said. I was like, "Yeah, okay." They're like, "You got anything to say?" Nope. The next day, I handed in my notice and was like, "Yeah, I'm out. I'll see you later." Yeah, they're getting on my damn nerves.
Yeah.
And so things were going really well. Then at that time, I was really focusing on loan closings, which was the dominant service that I was offering back 2008. The market crashed, banks stopped lending, so with buying homes and refinancing homes, which was the majority of my business, slowed down to a halt. I was like, damn, by the time I was dating a woman, She had a kid. I treated the kid like it was our child, like it was our child, even though it wasn't mine, you know, like biologically, but I still played that role. So I had that money. I guess not the broke dude who's going to be raising a kid. So I had to go back to the job. Luckily, I do a good job while I was working. I got hired back the same day at $18.60 an hour, which I thought was cool. And I was still doing the business part-time in the evenings. I never stopped. Even though it slowed down, I didn't completely die. I still kept it going. I just strategized my day better and just got more full-time income from the gig. So I was there for about a year, and then I left full-time because the business was going good enough, and I left full-time at 27, and I haven't had a job ever since then. Wow, a long time. About to have a job.
11 years, right? You're 38 now?
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
that's
pretty cool.
That's crazy. Man. So what so when you left your job that second time, how'd you get the automation process, or when you went back to your job the second time, how'd you get the automation process of the scheduling where you were only doing notary during the evenings? Like what, how'd that click for you? Yeah.
It was tough to juggle. So in our industry, unless you have like a repeat client, if you don't answer your phone or an email or a text, they're probably just gonna move on and find somebody else. So like there isn't like a whole a long wait period for them to wait for you. So it was tough. I had to go sneak to use the phone sometimes, or hope they emailed me, and you know it was tough. But what I did do was I emailed my boy some leads, and he would close some deals for me, and we would just split the money. But it was a juggle. It wasn't smooth and pretty. It was a juggle.
You probably lost some. Yeah, you probably lost some clients because you were still trying to figure it out. So it was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Definitely did it, but there's enough business out there for me to still make money. But no, it was a scramble, and I want people to know this. When you are juggling that full-time entrepreneurship or part-time entrepreneurship with a full-time gig, you're going to juggle and scramble for a little while. Be okay with it. Just get better.
Okay. Yep. That's facts, man. Mic drop. But nice. I want to talk about, you know, a lot of people talk about what's your financial freedom number, right? That's big long term, right? So how much does it take to retire, blah, blah, blah. For me, since we're talking about kind of the transition from your going part-time to full-time, what was your financial number in your head monthly wise for you to stop working at W-2?
I think it was like around $4,000 to $6,000 a month consistently. And consistently, I mean for like 3 to 4 months straight. If I could hit 4 to 6 months consistently, that was good enough for me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that's a great number. And was that more than your? Sorry, my light turned off for some reason.
That's all good.
Was that more than your W-2 job was paying? Was your goal higher?
Yeah. At the time, even being salary-wise, when I got off hourly salary, it was still with overtime, like maybe $45,000 a year. So it was slightly higher. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What were some struggles that you faced when you first went full-time? A lot of people are scared to make that jump, and it's hard. I mean, shit, you know, the W-2 life is way different mentality than the 1099 life. Like you have to have a different mindset, and you have to be ready to ride that wave. What was the hardest part of that for you?
I didn't structure my time better. So at first it was too much free time. I remember like one day just sitting down, I think I was at my mother's that day, and I was just eating like eggnog ice cream on the couch, chilling at random 2 in the afternoon. And my sister came in and was like, "Hey, Candace." I remember just chill for a little while. So I did take too much freedom, too much time freedom. I just didn't structure good enough. Another problem that I had, because I had other endeavors and other ideas. I tried to start too many self-employed ventures at the wrong time and at the same time. That was big. That was hard for me to hard for me to kind of kill because the entrepreneur in me, the beast in me says that I can do everything right now, even though the book says one thing and everyone who's wrote a book says one thing, I try to overcome it. Now in my later life, I got good at it or excelled at it because now I got help and I systemize and I'm organized better. So I'm slower to start new endeavors, but I'm able to last longer in them because I just got better at the boring stuff and I paid more money to get quality people in place. But at that time, that was my biggest problem.
That's interesting. You know, no one's ever actually said that on the podcast. And I think that's super important, is that a lot of us try and go out and do as much as we can, including myself. I mean, like I wake up and I'm like, okay, what do I got to do? I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to study for this. I want to study for that. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like managing, and sometimes you don't have the mental capacity to do everything all at once. And if you do, you're not going to master it all at once. It's going to even take you longer. So I think that's good advice, man. So when was the moment that you were like, all right, I'm at a good point. I'm going to start teaching the kids. I'm going to start these courses. When was that?
2015 when I was in a car accident and I had a hard time moving. So opposed to me going to perform mobile notary assignments, which you'll be doing shortly, making, $100 here, $200 here, whatever per appointment, I couldn't move like that. So I went harder with building out the signing agency, which is when I was the middleman. I went harder at that and I built the online course then because I couldn't move well. So I said, I have to use my brain more and my body less because my body wasn't there.
Oh, that's insane. Wow. I was not picturing that. I thought it would be like a moment of like, like diversifying your income, right? Or like something like that.
It was necessity because I had the idea. I was just forced into action with the idea because of the car accident.
Yeah. That makes sense. Sometimes those like crazy accidents, tragedies, they kind of force you into a pivotal moment where you have you thrive or you fail. You feel me? Or you got to come up with creative ideas to stay afloat. So that's great. What all right. This might be more directed for me, but I think it helps other entrepreneurs, right? Because right now, I'm scared as hell to start the notary thing. One reason being is because there's so much liability on the person. These people, these clients are looking to you for, to know what to do. And when you go into a new job, you have that 1 or 2 weeks of training. With the notary game, there's not really no training. I mean, besides courses, okay? Besides studying and stuff, it's hands-on training with no guidance, with no one saying, no, that's not right. It's these people are like, they think everything you do is right.
Yeah.
So what's your advice to someone going through that, specifically, AKA me, but no, I'm sorry.
No, it's real. Yeah. You're only going to cure the fear by doing it. So you invested your money, shout out to you, and I appreciate you enrolling in, and you took action. Yep. Even with all the action and all the people that or we know together, you still have to get in the ball game. So one, to help minimize the fear is you're going to get E&O insurance, errors and omissions insurance. So that way, if something does go wrong that causes financial damage, you're covered, or you're most likely covered. So that's step one. Step two is you just give them a refund if you fuck up. That's it. Oh, sorry about that. I can redo it or give you a refund or both. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. No, that's true. And I mean, a lot of it, some of it's time sensitive, but not much, I would assume, right? You know more than me because most of the stuff that's time sensitive is loan signings, but I'm not doing loan signings right now because I'm not licensed. So most of the notary stuff can be redone. And it's not like you need it right away. Some you do, but so that is great advice. You can just refund and ask if you be professional about it. Not every industry is bulletproof, right? You're gonna make mistakes.
Here you are, and eat it, apologize, correct it, and go on. But you're not gonna get better until you get in the game.
Another thing you mentioned was starting, right? A lot of entrepreneurs starting a business find it hard to start. They get stuck in that phase where it's just like, okay, how do I, take that one leap? So for me, I'll give an example, but for me, my leap starts tomorrow, right? Well, I guess it already started, but my leap starts tomorrow where I'm going on a ride along with a notary, right?
It's a big deal, by the way. That's
That's
huge.
that like
Shout out
honestly,
to Tech.
I called Tech and was like, man, I'm gonna be honest. I need a mentor. These courses are great, but I need to see what you do hands on hand. Like that's it. You ain't even gotta say shit. I just need to see it. He was like, all right, I got you.
Real. That's what I did. Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I was like, man, I just need to see it. And tomorrow we have an appointment. I have to drive. Well, I mean, I don't really call it. I go to Berkeley. And that's where my mom lives. So I gotta drive to Berkeley for a 7-minute appointment. It's gonna run them $80. 7 minutes.
So where I come from.
I said, yeah. I said, what the hell? I said, I need to know this. I need to know. So
yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Tech,
so,
what up?
He's the homie, man. I love his website, the way he automated it, everything. I modeled my website right off of his. So
sweet. Are you in Oakland too?
Huh?
Are you in Oakland as well?
No, so I'm from Berkeley, but I actually live in Benicia right now with my fiance and my child.
Okay, cool.
It's about 30 minutes away, but my mom is still in Berkeley. I run my car rental business out of Berkeley, so I got to go there a couple times a week. So that's probably where I'll see Tech a lot is in Berkeley or Oakland.
Are you on Turo? With your cars?
Yeah. Dope. So we start me and my co-host Mike. He's not on here obviously, but we started the car rental business back in 2018, maybe 17, 18. But that was when it was like really good. That was when Turo was, underground. No one was using it. So all your profits was profits. Now, over the years, they want to every year cut costs. And so it's changed a lot, but it's still a great platform. I love it. And you do well. So
good for you.
Yeah. I want to talk about, so we've talked about your courses, we've talked about your notary, we've talked about expanding your business. These are all different streams of income, but this is all within the notary business. So I want to know what other streams of income as an entrepreneur do you have and do you invest in?
Real estate. I'm a minority partner, I think 7 properties and a vending machine route with Charles Ogilvy, Todd Capital, great guy. So I put some money in each venture, like a small amount to like 500 here, maybe 1,000, 600, and I was able to get like a small minority stake in a bunch of the group's ventures. So that's pretty dope. Books, I have several self-published books, my online academy, my notary business. Think that's it, but I'm probably missing out on something. Oh, I have an online real estate school as well, the Black Real Estate School. Those are the main ones.
Black Real Estate School. I didn't know you had that, man. I'm about to type in there right now. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. TheBlackRealEstateSchool.com.
Oh shit. Let's go ahead and dive into that. A lot of our people, I mean, everyone in the world loves real estate almost.
Yeah.
Let's dive into that. Explain this school and what you offer.
Yeah, so at my heart, I love teaching, right? So even though I don't like having jobs, when I did have a job, I coached youth basketball, and I was a teacher's aide working with special needs children, right? So like that was my life. So once I started teaching the notary stuff, I got great feedback. They said one of the best compliments that I've gotten and consistent ones is I'm able to take stuff that might seem complex and make it simple. I've been getting that since I started. A guy said last week that I teach like a kindergartner, or I teach so a kindergartner can understand. Some people might take offense to that. I love the shit. Yeah. So I got really good at that. Started that 2015. And in 2016, again, not right away, I took some time and mastered that, or semi-mastered that, started teaching real estate because I've been involved in real estate on a one-on-one level since I was 22, had a couple of properties. So I just started teaching what I knew. Then I gathered some other people who know a bunch of stuff. And since 2016, we have the BlackRealEstateSchool.com.
That's crazy, man. Well, great. I'm gonna check this out after we get on a call. So you mentioned real estate. I definitely want to talk about how you got started in real estate and kind of the properties you own now and how you acquired those. whether it was through creative financing or just, but you mentioned you started some of your endeavors with just $500 here or something.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned vending machines. We haven't had anyone talk about vending machines. Not a lot of people know about that. I learned about it last year. So if you could, if you could expand on that, and then we'll dive into the real estate. How's the vending machine?
Well, they're going pretty well. I don't do much with that. So I'm literally just a passive investor. So
okay,
we were collecting money for the route. I forget how much it costs. I think it might have been 20 bands, but maybe 10, 15 of us put in. Some people 500, some people 1,000, some people maybe 2,000. And we all just literally own a small share of them. And we have them in post offices, I believe, barbershops. We have like 20 machines, some crazy ass number like that.
Yeah.
So I'm a person who does not need to control everything I do. I don't want to control everything I do. I don't need to be the notary guy and the vending machine guy. I can just be the notary guy and have a good life with that. Yeah. So I'm a passive investor and it works. So
you gotta outsource, man, or else you're gonna stress yourself out.
Yeah,
definitely. So this group of 15 individuals, how'd they come up with the idea? How'd you guys, and who picks up the money from the routes? Like, how is this?
Yeah. So Charles Ogilvie, he's an attorney out there on the West Coast. He started the group, started with a stock group that closed down, but then he started the real estate group. And at first, I was in on the first deal, but we got our first property. Then we just got a second, third, it kept it going. Then the vending machine route. So he was doing it at first. He was collecting the money. Then he hired someone to go do it. He knew the numbers. He knew the numbers because he was doing the route. So if the numbers were off, you kind of know what's going on there. And now we have credit card. We're putting in credit card slots on the machines now. So it'd be easier to manage and to keep track of everything. But at first it was him.
That's crazy, man. So I need to reach out to this Charles Ogilvie.
Yeah, but he's cool. You would like him.
How you spell Ogilvie?
I'll text it to you. I'm not.
Okay.
I'll text it.
Yeah, that's a hard one. But that sounds cool, man. Yeah, like I said, I just learned about vending machines. I didn't even know you could profit off of it, and that's super cool. So is it like do you get paid monthly, like your shares, or?
We had our first payout after a year. We held on.
Got you.
Profits, and we had to pay off the people who sold it to us. So we bought it via seller finance. So we paid them off, and we got our first check back probably a few months ago. But going forward, it should be quarterly.
There you go. Congrats, man. Congrats. I love to hear that.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and
economics, baby. Group economics at its best.
Facts, man. That's right now. Me and my friends are talking about. We hold these. I gotta invite you. We hold these weekly Clubhouse. So Clubhouse, obviously most popular app right now.
Oh, you want it? Oh, shoot, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta follow. We hold these weekly meetings on Fridays where we talk about business ideas. So new business ventures and stuff. About 2 weeks ago, we brought up the idea of starting an LLC and collectively throwing money in for property. So
I like it.
Each week's different. People come, they think about their ideas, bring it to the table, see. We're mostly Black, so we all just try and we invite speakers. The other week we had a credit guy on there, so it'd be great to have you on there.
Yeah, man. I'll come too.
Yeah, I think I already followed you, to be honest, but I'll see. I'll send you invites.
Thanks.
Let's go ahead and talk about the real estate investing. You said you own property at 22, man. That's not a lot of people do that, man. Not a lot of Black people. So how'd that happen? How'd you get into that?
So here's what I said, right? I said a few things. I said, if you live in an apartment, or my dad said this, if you live in an apartment for 30 years, after that 30 years or 20 years, you will walk away with nothing. No equity. Your rent will not go down. No tax write-offs, no nothing. If you get one house and you live there for 30 years, at least at the end of it, there are no more mortgage payments. You got to pay taxes still and insurance, but no more mortgage payments ever. Unless you want to borrow money from him. So on that simple method, and then again, I don't like jobs. I said, if I'm going to have a job, I got to own where I live. I'm not going to go give these people my whole day and then take that money and go give that money away.
Yeah.
I'm giving away my time, my energy, dealing with you racist pieces of shit. Then I go give my money to probably a racist ass guy as well. Like that wasn't adding up to me.
Yeah,
So I wasn't making a lot of money at the time, but I stayed home. I saved 70% of my income for 2 years at like 19, 21. So
there you go.
720 FICO score, $7,000 to $10,000 in the bank or so, and I didn't go out. I went out once every 2 weeks.
You know how hard that is as a 20-year-old, 21-year-old?
I did it.
Like, yeah. Like, no, I didn't do it. I wish I did. But I mean, now I say that, but I mean, yeah, that's hard, man. A lot of people.
It was ridiculous.
They don't have that in them. So that's good to see.
Yeah.
So you saved about 7 to 10 grand. That's a lot for that age. Where'd you purchase? And what made you decide in that area?
Westchester County, Yonkers, New York.
Oh shit! You were able to get that with 10K?
Yeah. It's a co-op, like a condo. So it wasn't a house. And so I had to put 10% down, which was around 47,000 or so, closing cost a few thousand. So I was able to get it, but it was barely. Yeah. It was barely. So I got that property because it was newly renovated. It had parking. My payments were about $600 a month. I knew that I could rent out my apartment for at least $900 to $1,000.
Yeah.
So just simple math, $300 to $400 a month. That's not bad positive cash flow, and you only have one tenant to worry about. So just again, deductive reasoning, it just made sense. And Yonkers was rapidly developing too, And now if you go down to downtown Yonkers, there's new buildings everywhere. The waterfront's popping. It's coming like a really quality place to live. So
yeah,
I got in where I could fit in. And I didn't have a lot of options because I only made 15 an hour. So my options were limited.
But see, that's good that you mentioned that, because it is possible. A lot of people think I don't have the money. No, I hate the word can't. I mean, if you've seen the movie Love and Basketball, the dad was like, never say can't. That stuck with me forever. That was my favorite movie. And so like, never say can't. It's how can I, right? How can I? Yeah. So you figured it out. You dug in. You didn't have a social life for 2 years. Did not have a social life for 2 years. It sucked. But now look at your social life. I swear you were just in like Mexico last week or whatever. Dude, I know. I have an amazing life. Yeah, it's like lit all the time. I bought your course when you were like in a whole different country, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like buying this dude's course over here, and he's not even in the country. Talking about live sessions start next week. Hey, what? Someone taught it. It got taught. It got taught. You funny, man. But that's what you got to do, man. You got to really grind in to get where you want to be. If you can give up 3 to 5 years of your life, probably consecutively, you will most likely have a really good life for the rest of your life. Very true. Very true. And that ties into almost investing. So you're investing your time for 3 to 5 years, but it goes the same thing for investing money. Like if you're investing in the real estate, you want to invest for 3. I say 5 to 7 is more. Yeah, 5 to 7. You want to invest for 5 to 7 to get that appreciation, that value, your actual benefits, right? Yep. Same thing goes for the stock market. 5 to 10 years. Bingo. You could get rich, right? Not wealthy. You could get rich by just doing day trading and stuff, but it's really investing over time that is more secure and safe and for everyone. And you hit that right on the nail, man. It's about investing time. Is the same way you invest your money. Be careful with it. That's it. Give it up to get what you want. Facts. So I just brought up stocks. Are you invested in stocks at all? I am invested in stocks. I'm not a stock expert though, but I do have this stock, I don't even know what it stands for. MVIS has shot up like crazy. I got like at $7 or $8. It hit like $20. MVIS. Let me see. Yeah. MVIS. I have stock account and I do have a Roth IRA as well. I have Apple stock of late. I've been getting like a share of Apple I'm getting a few shares every week. Oh, there you go, man. Oh, Microvision. It's that 1975 as of today. Yeah. Market's been kind of crazy. Yeah, that's cool, man. A lot of stocks are high right now. A lot of people. Yeah, they are. I'm seeing, like, I just started I just started studying a lot on stocks and stuff and investing and kind of just trying to, it's good to diversify. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's super good. So that's good, man. That's good. I think a lot of people need to realize that you can't put all your eggs in one basket
Very
in
true.
order to grow. And sometimes you need to get help instead of putting all your time, because time is the most important thing, putting all your time into one thing. So for you, it's outsourcing. You said, hey, I'll invest in vending machines, but I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm not going to go pick the shit up. You know what I mean? Like whatever. So you took the steps to outsource and passively aggress. And I think a lot of people need to do that. Any good books? What books got you started on your journey? And what maybe courses? Did you take any courses? Was there courses back in the day?
Not like that.
Yeah.
It would have made my learning curve a whole lot easier if there were more accountability groups and courses and all that stuff.
Facts.
Damn, it would have made things a whole lot simpler.
It was just books.
It was a lot of books and peer-to-peer,
True.
Mentoring.
But see, that's the thing is back in the day, I'm not making you sound old or anything. Back in the day, back in the day, like, back in the day was like, I'm talking like in the early 2000s, right? So there was a lot of peer-to-peer, like you mentioned, a lot of mentors. Yeah. Now people don't want to take the time to mentor, which kind of sucks. Thankfully tech is like wanting to, OG. Man, I appreciate that to the fullest. I honestly thought he was going to say, no, I don't have enough time. I don't want someone under me, but no one wants to mentor. They're like, go buy my course.
Yeah. So there's two parts to it. One of them is if you're a public figure per se, and you're Black, you get asked for free stuff all the time. People aren't going to say that out loud because it sounds kind of like arrogant. Oh, like at least someone asks. Yeah, no, I appreciate people asking me, but people ask for free shit when you're Black and a public figure all the time. But me personally, I can't reach everybody for free, but I do have some people. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Like literally a kid. Like I was that guy who helped out my younger cousins and his friends, and my younger sister's friends when I was 19, 18, 17 years old. I've just always been that guy. I brought my cousin Sean and his friends with me to Roth IRA conferences. Hey. They were in high school.
There you go.
Like literally they were in high school.
That's crazy.
So I think that I have a very good balance between the free stuff that I do and the stuff that I charge for. But it is tough because a lot of people might want your time, and a lot of people, they want your time when they want your time. Not everyone's nice about it, to be honest with you.
Very true. I think
it's a balance. It's a balance. Yeah.
I think you're right about that. Not a lot of people want your time when it's your time, but also not a lot of, and it goes to not a lot of people respect your time, right? And not a lot of people work for your time. They just want your time to give them the blueprint and you do all the work for them. They don't want to actually, learn from you hand on hand. They just want you to tell the secrets. It's all about secrets. What's the secret? What's the secret?
What's the shortcut?
Yeah.
How do I cut the line? And then when you do some free stuff, this really irks me and other people who are really busy. People don't show up to free shit a lot.
Facts. That's facts.
It is. People do not show up. So, you do kind of have to structure. I mean, like, you're going to be rich in the next few years, and you're going to have people, how'd you start a podcast? What kind of mic did you do?
Yeah.
You're going to be a real estate agent, you're just a mobile notary. You got the rental car. People are going to be all, knocking on your doors all the time. So you gotta have some people who you help out pro bono just off the strength, and you have to have your systems that work for you. And then some people might not like it, and kind of is what it is.
You just mentioned an important thing right there. Important key word was systems. We talked about it a few episodes with Connie S systems, and the S Connie S falls in the S is for systems. But yeah, man, you got to have systems in your business, in any business. That's how they run. That structure. So yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. Let's get back to the original question that we were the question was, any books that helped you in your journey?
Yes, The Wealth Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbro.
Wealth choice.
He interviewed a bunch of Black millionaires, and they tell their journey, how they got to where they got, their struggles, and really got into their mindset.
Oh shit.
Really got into their mindset. Most of them are married. When I say most, like 80-90% of them are married.
Yeah.
And if you look and study millionaires, the number's pretty high. Even if they get divorced and lose a bunch of money, they get married again.
That's crazy.
There's something about the institution that helps you make more money.
That's crazy. It's called The Wealth Choice: Success Secrets of Black Millionaires, right?
You got it. You be on that computer quick too, by the way.
Oh yeah, man. I'm set up. I'm set up over here. I got it. Cool. Yeah. So any other books? That's the only one?
Rich Dad Poor Dad, that helped get the mind right.
That's on every. I hear that every episode. I love it. He needs a lot of money.
Yeah. It was just so simple. It's actually one of the first books I ever read from start to finish. I wasn't a big academician growing up, but yeah. Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Wealth Choice are two very good foundational books. You should get my book, Own or Be Owned: The Black Man's Guide to Wealth Creation in America. You should pick up my book, and also the Top 10 Habits of Underachievers. I wrote that book as well.
There you go, man. You man, it takes a lot to write a book.
It does.
You wrote those all, or did you have someone help you?
Oh no, I wrote it because I just had an editor to do their part, but no, I wrote it.
There you go. That's cool, man. How easy is it to self-publish?
Simpler than I thought it was. Hire people from Upwork, from Fiverr. You get someone to do the cover, a person, or you might need two people to do the editing. You need someone to format it, like to make sure that it fits in the book cover structure, and you put it on Amazon Kindle. It's some steps, but and I write short books. My books aren't long because I'm just not that guy. So my books are like 40 or 70 pages, but people like them. Them.
Well, that's what you got to do, man. You got to start small and build it up, because then people, it's giving them a teaser. You know what really stuck out to me? I'm not going to talk too much about it right now because he'll be coming on in a few weeks, but Tiger Toledo, right?
Tiger!
The way he writes and structures books, I'm not going to spoil it, but I thought that was super creative on how he does it. And that motivated me. And it's amazing. So we'll share that in a few weeks, but just that idea of kind of sending out teasers, right? That's with your name though. You know what I mean? So when people see that name, they're like, book, I remember. Oh,
the author guy. Yeah.
The author guy. That's more passive income. So that's a good way, man.
You was right at one time and it can sell forever. You write at one good time, it can sell forever.
Man, preach. That's amazing. My next question is a little bit personal. I want to know, who motivates you?
Different people for different things. My friend Lex Kelly, shout out Lex Kelly, he motivates me for his marriage.
Okay.
Their friendship and openness is just uncanny.
Oh, okay, damn. Do they got a podcast, man?
he doesn't have one, but he's always on mine. So if you listen to mine, he's a recurring guest. Great guy. Sure. And I really respect their friendship. My friend Matt, who also has a great marriage, most of my friends are married. He started investing in his 401k like at 19 and stuck to it. Maxed it out every year. He's freaking loaded from that shit.
Okay. That's crazy.
I respect your grind. You literally have interviewed everybody I know. We're damn near it, and you're dropping these things all the time. I'm like, oh, man, who is this guy? And you have good networking skills too, because people keep telling me about you.
Yeah.
Literally kept telling me about you. I'm like, oh shit, he must be cool.
I hope I lived up to the expectations.
No, you know. My manager, Annalisa, you'll probably have her on the podcast if you haven't met her yet.
Watch this.
She'll be here.
Watch this. I already had her.
Oh,
no! There you go.
Of course you have.
I had her a couple months ago.
She gets people, and she's freaking hungry, and she's a lady. She just gets.
She made me hungry right after our podcast, I was like, all right, what the fuck is a virtual assistant? What is this shit? Like, I was like, how can I be one? The next day I signed up for virtual assistant on Upwork and like a bunch of other shit, right? I was like, she motivated me.
She's on it. She's on it. She's on it.
She's cool, man.
Yeah, man. Look, so look, those are some of the people that motivate me. Of course, my brother, sisters, and I have a great family. My dad, shout out to my dad and mom. But yeah, man, those are some of the people who the public will probably know.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people forget that. A lot of people, you know, they get motivated by external factors. And what I mean is they get motivated by when they see someone post on TikTok of a BMW that just came out. They get motivated of the new Tesla model that's about to drop, right? They forget what actually motivates them inside. And I think that's super important because in those deep times where you're struggling, when you're going through the pandemic, not a pandemic, you need to find yourself. You need to find it within. You can't look to those external sources that you don't have yet to kind of motivate you. Yeah, it's cool. Like I did a vision post like 2 months ago, right? I just threw it away the other day. But that's another story. But I did a vision post, and putting that stuff on paper, right? And kind of literally mapping it out just made me understand like why I actually do this, why I want to do this. You know what I mean? Deep. And it kind of like gave me a sense of security, as you know, as like it's like my blanket of like, okay, you're okay. You're gonna be okay. You feel me?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. Well, here's something else I want to say. I'm not always motivated by entrepreneurship, not every day, but I'm always motivated by not having to have a job. You could be motivated at the opposite, not necessarily what you have going on. So I always hate having a job. Even thinking about it, I get the chills. I wake up in a sweat sometimes, literally.
Like, I'm gonna have to work under some white man. Hold on.
Yeah, that will wake your ass up after you work. So
wake your black ass up.
just keep that in mind, guys. You can hate the opposite, and that can be enough to motivate you.
Facts. Damn, I was gonna say, that's good. Hold on, we're gonna have to make that the title. Say that again.
You can be motivated by what you hate, the opposite of what you're working on, or by what you hate, not always what you love. Got you. So I don't always love entrepreneurship, but this is it. I don't always love entrepreneurship, but I always hate having a job.
Got you. You know, another quote that sticks out to me is by Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad, if you don't know by listening to this podcast. But one of the quotes, it's not spot on, but one of the quotes was he says to don't do what you love, invest in what you love.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep.
A lot of people be like, man, I just want to do what I love. I just want,
That's the most
I just want to do what I love.
Line in the friggin' history of the fucking world.
I hate that
Gary
line.
V, you made that shit popular as well. You should be. And let me be honest, I get it. It makes sense. But some people aren't passion work people. I have a great life. My life can be sometimes very monotonous, very structured, very routine. But my lifestyle, that shit lit, boy. Like my lifestyle, good. So front end passion is you always love what you're doing along the way, hard to find. But my lifestyle, it's unmatched.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, no, you're right, man. I agree. People just sometimes throw out quotes to throw out quotes. Them out. But I also think that quote does help a lot of people, you know, do what you love. A lot of people quit their 9 to 5 to go do what they love. For example, let's take you. You hate working, right? You quit your 9 to 5 to do what you not necessarily love, but you love freedom in your time, right?
Bingo.
So it works. Yeah. You know, it's just you got to figure out what's important to you, and that's what's most important is finding out what's important to you. So,
what works for your life?
Exactly. But yeah, man, like I said, I want to thank you so much for coming up here, man. We're towards the end of the podcast. I did want to just say thank you for building such a like tight knit community. Like everyone seems like they're out to help each other and help each other grow. And I think it all started with a great teacher like yourself. So thank you. And you know what you need? You need to do like a fucking, I mean, because they're not your employees, right? But they're your students. They're your little trees that you grew, right? You need to do like some trip, like where everyone meets up in Mexico or Hawaii or you know what I mean? Or you probably already did.
Only if you come. If you come, I'll do it.
I'm there. I'll help set it up.
Cause you lit, so like, you gotta be there with me. I'm not gonna be the only drunk guy there. So like,
yeah, you ain't seen me drink. Yeah, you ain't seen me drink yet. You think I talk loud now? Just I be screaming, and my Spanish is on point in Mexico when I'm drunk.
Tulum. Coming, baby.
Nah, they about to start kicking people out because we done gave them the corona.
Yeah. That's right. But I'm down for it this summer. Let's do it. For
right, for sure. We got to get everyone together. Cool. Well, I appreciate it. The way we like to end the episode is with a segment called Guided Conclusions, where I ask you a question we have not talked about beforehand. Honestly, I think you're going to answer it truthfully because you're a down-to-earth guy, but it could be funny, serious, whatever. Today's question is semi. The question is, if notary wasn't an option for you, what would you do? If all of a sudden the world was like, nah, bruh.
Like, stop. Okay, got you.
Like they could do it. It was a self-service. You could do it online and stuff, which it probably will be soon, but
it will be a while, I think.
A while, but
yeah. If I could no longer be a mobile notary public, I would go back to being a real estate agent.
Oh, do you still have your license? Are you currently active?
I'm currently licensed. I might be. I got to check. In New York, I still might be active. I got to look it up. But I would just testing is do it in Connecticut or Georgia, wherever I'm at currently, or I'm in both places. I would go back into being a real estate agent.
Nice. Yeah, I'm about to start. I just scheduled literally right before this call. I just scheduled, so I'm nervous. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. But
focus on getting listings. Be a listing agent. That's the best place to be. Facts.
Cool. Well, appreciate you, man. Go ahead and drop all your social media, your course, your books. Drop where they can find you.
Thanks for having me again, and shout out to you again for investing. You took a big step that a lot of people don't do, so I appreciate you. Andre Hatchett on Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out my podcast as well, the Hatchett's Way Podcast. On YouTube and Apple Podcast. The links are in my bio everywhere. Come check it out. Buy a book, buy a class. Watch some free shit, just learn and grow, and I want you to win. Yeah,
go invest in yourself by investing in learning and shit. You got to sell every day, so
we're doing okay. You
got to sell every day.
You got to, man. People forget about you.
Yeah. Let the people know what your podcast is about.
Yeah, the Hatchett Way Podcast. Personal development, relationships, real estate. I'm gonna get some mobile notary stuff on there. I just talk about it everywhere else. I want to have some place where I'm not always focusing on that. Definitely. But I'm big on personal development, and I bring on some people. I love to have you on there who are just doing cold shit, just doing cold stuff, who the world needs to hear about more.
Facts. I feel it. Cool. Personal development. I love that. Well, that goes perfect with guiding people to the right direction, to the better future. So that's what we are. You heard it here. This is the Misguided Podcast. We intend to guide you to a better future. My name is Juwan, and I'm sitting here with Brother Dre. Make sure you go follow. Yeah. Appreciate you guys, man.